Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with data warehousing and implementation with respect to data mining. Okay, so in module 2, the main objective of this module 2 is define multidimensional data models. And then the course outcome is you are going to identify the data mining problems and implement the data warehouse. So after studying this module, right, you will be able to identify the data mining problems and you are going to implement the data warehouse. So today, what you are going to know is what is data mining, what motivated the with going with data mining, the motivation challenges, and then data mining tasks. So we know that in everyday life there is large scale of data. It is everywhere, right? So there has been an enormous data growth in both commercial as well as scientific databases due to advances in data generation as well as collection technologies. So you can see in the diagram right here in the picture, you have cybersecurity, e-commerce, traffic patterns, social networking, sensor networks, computational simulations. All these are the applications of data mining. All these applications will generate enormous amount of data. How do you handle those data? And what are you going to do with the data? So the new mantra is gather whatever the data you can whenever, wherever possible. The expectation is the gathered data will have value either for the purpose that is collected for a purpose not envisioned. Okay. So why data mining? What is the commercial viewpoint? So there is a lot of data that is being collected and warehoused, right? So the web data, the Google has petabytes of web data. We have Facebook, which has billions of active users, where you have enormous of the amount of data that is generated. So the purpose or the way we manage the data, that is very, very important. So if you consider the purchase at the department, the grocery stores, e-commerce, like you have Amazon, Flipkart, right, which will handle millions of data. Because customer will visit every second, right? So how much of data it will generate, right, within a day. So next application is bank or credit card transactions. So when you consider banking information or banking data, every fraction of second transactions are done by the customers. So much of amount of data will be accumulated. So computers have become cheaper and more powerful nowadays, right? So the competitive pressure is very strong and we need to provide better customized services for an edge, right? It can be a customer relationship management, right, students? So here, when you consider commercial viewpoint, we consider the web data, we consider the departmental stores data or e-commerce data or bank or credit card transactions data, right? So these are the commercial viewpoint. Next, we have the scientific viewpoint. So what is this scientific viewpoint data? So data that is collected and stored at the enormous speed. You consider the remote sensors on the satellite. You consider the telescope scanning the skies. So you consider high throughput biological data. You consider scientific simulations. So much of terabytes or gigabytes of data will be generated. Okay. So with enormous speed, right? So you can consider, you can see in the picture, you have the data from brain, sky survey data, gene expressions data, then surface temperature of the earth, right? So data mining will help scientists in automated analysis of massive data sets in hypothesis formation. Fine. Next, we'll move on to the why big data. So we have here the great opportunities to improve the productivity in all walks of life. That is your big data. Big data is the next frontier for innovation, competition, and productivity. So wherever we consider the big data, right, you can apply the data mining techniques, right? You can apply the machine learning techniques. So big data will be the next frontier for innovation and competition and productivity. So, what are the applications? So, the great opportunities to solve the societal problems. That is the major concern as a student you people have to look into, right? When you study this data mining concepts, you need to apply those concepts and then you need to solve the societal major problems. Okay, so the great opportunities to solve the societal major problem is like you can improve healthcare, reducing the cost, predicting the impact of climate change, finding the alternative green energy sources, and reducing the hunger and poverty by increasing the agriculture production. Okay, what is data mining? So you consider the data mining as a non-trivial extraction of implicit, previously unknown and potentially useful information from data. So exploration and analysis by automatic or semi-automatic means you have large quantities of data in order to discover the meaningful patterns. See here, you have the input data, you have the data pre-processing, you have data mining and post-pre-processing and the information you get. So raw input data is fed into the process, you get the information which is an useful information. So what is this data pre-processing? The raw data, the input data comes from several multiple resources, like you have flat files, the relational database or your data warehouse, right? So data pre-processing is done. It is a process where you are going to remove the unwanted or the noise from the data, or whichever is not necessary the data, you are going to remove that. In what way you are going to remove is through feature selection, dimensionality reduction, normalization, and data subsetting. And the next process is you are going to apply the data mining techniques, like you have supervised learning, unsupervised learning techniques. And then post processing means whatever the result that you get from data mining, you have to do with post processing. Means you need to analyze that. You need to show that to the customer or the organization visually, right? It can be through plots or charts, right? And then you can go with filtering patterns or pattern interpretation has to be done. Then only the useful information can be provided to the user. So exploration and analysis by automatic or semi-automatic means you have large quantities of data in order to discover the meaningful patterns. So origin of the data. So here the ideas from machine learning, AI, pattern recognition, statistics, and database systems are drawn. So we have the traditional technique which may be unsuitable due to the data that is large scale, high dimensional, heterogeneous, complex, and distributed. So the key component of emerging field of data science and data driven discovery is your data mining. So data mining will have the support from AI, machine learning, and pattern recognition, and also it has support from statistics, and whatever the statistics that is supported by database technology, parallel computing, and distributed computing. Next, there are two main data mining tasks. What are the tasks, work that we do with data mining? One is predictive task, the other one is descriptive task. What do you mean by predictive task? So prediction methods. So here we are going to use some variables to predict unknown or future values for other variables. It means that you are going to predict a particular variable, particular attribute value from the different attribute values. Like you have x, 1, x2, x3, xn. Those are the independent variables. And you have y, which is a dependent variable. Now you need to find the value of y using the x value, right? Different values of x. So here you are going to predict. Okay. So predictive task, where you are going to have the prediction done. Fine. Next, descriptive method or descriptive task. So here you are having a, or you will find the human interpretable patterns that will describe the data. So here you will have a detailed description about the data, right? And then this descriptive method is an exploratory method. Okay. So what are these? What are the techniques that we have in descriptive method or predictive task? We are going to know it now. So see here in the diagram, you can see the data mining tasks. The data is there in the here with data sets, table is shown, right? And then the different tasks, like you have predictive modeling, you have anomaly detection, association rules, clustering. All these are the different data mining tasks. Okay. Now we need to divide these into predictive task or descriptive task. Fine. So here predictive modeling means here we have the classification. See, like tree structures, we can classify and we can give the solution. Okay. Next we have the anomaly detection. See here you have a group like this, dots which are dense, which are sparse, like this we have grouped, but see these two dots, these three dots are far away from these, so it does not belong to any of these groups, so we call them as anomalies, right? And then we have clustering. See here, similar items are grouped together to form clusters. Okay. Here when you are studying clustering technique, you are going to study what is K-means clustering technique, and you are going to solve the problem. Will be very interesting. When you go with, or when you go in depth with data mining, you will explore in such a way that you can solve the societal problems. Fine. Next, association rules. As you know that association rules, we have market basket analysis where it will be with respect to e-commerce. So the person who has bought milk also have bought pamper, right? So like this, you have the combinations. You will provide the rules for the organization such that organizations can improve their arranging of the shelves, or they can improve their marketing, right? All this can be done. Fine. So this is all about the data mining task. So next we have is predictive modeling, where we have the classification. We can find a model of class attribute as a function of the values of other attributes. Like you can construct the tree structure where you can model for predicting credit worthiness. Next we have classification example. So we know that there are different types of data, categorical data or quantitative data. Like this you have, right? So you need to look into that. You have to create a table out of that. Then you need to do these data. You need to take that as a training set, and then you need to put that into a classifier to learn, and you can build a model, and then you can test the set. Okay, so training set means the data that you have, right? You are going to extract that, and then you are going to train that by applying the classifier or whichever technique, and you generate a model. And the subset of the whatever the data that you have with some of the entities or some of the entity values missing, you put that into a test set. Okay, so examples of classification task are: you are going to classify credit card transactions as a legitimate or fraudulent, and you are having the classifying land covers like water bodies. See here, water bodies, urban areas, forest, using satellite data, and then categorizing news stories as finance, weather, entertainment, sports, etc., and identifying the intruders in the cyberspace, predicting tumor cells as benign or malignant, and classifying the secondary structures of protein as alpha helix, beta sheet, or random coil. Okay. Uh, I know that students, you'll have fun, or you'll have very interesting things to explore with respect to data mining. Thank you. Thank you all for today.